This is Goku-san, BBZ, and welcome back for a new episode of Comic Book Pickups. And here in the background, this is the piece I've decided to use. It's a remix of Guile's theme from Street Fighter 2, but it's a special remix. I figured you Street Fighter fans out there would appreciate it. And I have no comics to show this week for my friend because there were no DC rebirths this week. So, predominantly some independents and predominantly, of course, Marvel. And the first Marvel we have here is a cover for the new issue of Carnage comic book. Issue number 11. Nice cover. Loyal to Carnage. And yeah, tell me if those eyes aren't at all just a little bit creepy, to say the least. Ooh, looky. Blackheart. Isn't that a lovely sight to see? Yeah, trust me, you don't want to see Blackheart. A little preview for Carnage issue number 11. Next up is issue number 11 for Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, sorry about the freeze thing. I seem to be having some technical difficulties with my camera, which deserves a good smack. But cover for Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 11. Nice cover overall with, of course, Captain Marvel on the front. And here's the cover. Well, not cover, but some of the first few pictures. Of course, we see the Thing, and that's pretty massive looking. See on base, and of course we see a little few statements from our dear Rocket, which I'm looking forward to reading this because I love the Guardians of the Galaxy comics and hands down my favorite MCU movies so far. Coming up next is the new issue number 11 of SpiderGwen. Interesting coverettes because right now Gwen Stacy is going through a struggle. As always, I'm a fan of the art style, though it has changed a little bit from the first issues, but I still overall like the art style. It does give a distinctly different feel than, say, Spider-Man comics. Very colorful for the most part. Lots of like pinks, purples, and stuff with the backgrounds if you've noticed with SpiderGwen comics. But so far, I have, of course, enjoyed this series. Let me know if you would like me to start reviewing any of the Radioactive SpiderGwen. Not sure why I just said SpiderGwen now rather than Radioactive SpiderGwen. Who knows? Next, we have number 17 of The Amazing Spider-Man. And of course, we have on the cover Electro. Pretty sweet cover. And we have some interesting newer characters here. And there we see Dr. Connors. Kirk Connors. And the last Marvel for this week is issue number 3 of Star Wars Han Solo. Of course, we see Han Solo and the classic Millennium Falcon. Very nice. For any true Star Wars fan, really does appreciate Han Solo and his awesomeness. Very good artwork to look like the actual actors and actresses who played the roles in the original trilogy. Very nice detail with Han Solo's face as well as Princess Leia's. The details are very well done. A lot of the Marvel Star Wars comics have been very good when it comes to paying attention to details, especially when it comes to showing like emotions. And also the background coloration has been very well done for the most part. In these comics, of course, we see they're going to hyperspeed. But I recommend, if you haven't checked out, I recommend you check out the Han Solo comics. If you're a fan of the original Star Wars trilogy, trust me when I say you will appreciate the Han Solo comics. Next we have issue number 6 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Another classic cover. And more retelling. Just through a little bit different style than the actual episodes of the TV series. Plays out just a tad differently, but still very enjoyable for the most part. And I like they're trying not to be too detailed to the actual actors who play the roles, but just enough to where they are familiar looking. And I do like the overall design of Tommy Oliver. I think I actually like this design a little bit more than I've seen other artwork. And the next is a special one, which only comes once a year, Star Wars Annual number 1. Trust me when I say you only want to buy this if you're a hardcore fan of the original series from the 90s, because, of course, the regular costs $4. This sucker was $8, the price of 2 issues. Yeah, it comes with a harder case, and it's a little bit longer lengthwise. I'd say it's maybe 50% longer than a normal issue, so it's like an issue and a half in length. But I will say it's very colorful, to say the least. Lots of bright colors. Of course, we see some classic villains like Lord Zed, Goldar. A lot of classic elements from the original series. And that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Annual number 1. Okay, next we have the newest issue of Spawn, which originally the very next comic book review I was going to do was going to be issue 263, and this is issue 265, which has some similarities to the actual SpiderMan universe, interestingly enough, with some of the new villains. Of course, it has 2 covers, the regular traditional and then the black and white cover, which if I get a chance I'd like to get the black and white covers because it just has a certain classiness about it. And I do like the cover, it's different than your traditional Spawn for the most part. And the new Spawn is interesting. Rather than the cape, we have a little bit of a trench coat over top his outfit. So it kind of has a little bit of a look between Spawn and actually Venom a little bit, is what it feels like, a cross between the two. Also has some elements of another Todd McFarlane done comic called Haunted, which if you haven't seen, I highly recommend you check out. Now here's an awesome picture for you to see. 2-page, beautiful, very well done artwork, but I expect nothing less when Todd McFarlane is involved, which is of course my favorite comic book artist of all time. And Spawn is easily my favorite independent comic. Next are 2 very special ones from Capcom. The first of which is issue number 2 of Street Fighter Legends, Cammy. And of course we see Jury right there. Awesome cover. Very nice artwork. And last but not least, this will be officially the next comic book review I do. Street Fighter Unlimited, issue number 9. Yep, so you can look forward to seeing this very, very soon. I'm starting up the music because it's about the end now. Please give me a thumbs up this video, like, subscribe, follow me at twitter.com/DokuSenDBZ, as well as Google+, and of course now on Tumblr. I'll show just some early art of what you can expect from the comic book, and my comic book review. So, you'll see this soon enough, and I hope you're enjoying the remix of Guile's theme. First with guitar, and now with saxophone. And Ramir. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.